two problems. One, Commodore 16 keys don't fit on the Commodore 64 keyboard. Where I was going to change these for the grey ones off of the Commodore 16 keyboard. Commodore's infinite wisdom, although they're the same, keys are the exact same. You pull a key off and you have the little cross where the key plugs onto. It's both exact same on the 16 and the 64, except on the 16 they're a little fatter. So they don't sit on it. Well, they do sit on it, they just wobble about. They don't press in. So yeah, that won't work. Commodore. The other problem is, I incorrectly said, quote, if you take the RF module off the 407, it doesn't work, which is true. But on the 466, if you take it off, it still works, which is false. If you take the RF module off the 466 board, the video out doesn't work. So that's the same as the 407. So I don't know where I got that from in my head, but yeah, I convinced myself. So at the moment, just going to build this board up. Well, I say I'm going to build it up. Well, I haven't started. I've started, but I haven't. I've put a diode in. And that's it. That's my start. So I need to fish out all my resistors and stuff and build this up. You know, on this board, you have S-video, but you also have audio jack. Yeah. Which means two cables going out the back. In this video, socket, I scavenged it. So when I say keep your scrap boards, so this is an old TV controller board. So you see all the sockets. You got audio in, audio out, AV, SCART, and then computer port, HDMI. So yeah, and S-video was there, which I've nicked. But there's no point putting it on if I need an audio jack. I mean, I'll put it on. It won't do anything, I'll put it on. But I won't use it if there's no audio, because I don't want an audio jack as well. I don't want two cables. See? So it goes there. Yeah, focus on that. You're not going to focus on that, are you? Focus, you stupid. On there. Oh, it's much better now. We're in February. Yeah. So that fits there. And then, like I said, the audio jack goes here. But yeah, I don't see the point in that. I'm going to put all the low profiles on first, the resistors and stuff, which is easy. You put the low profile, the lowest profiles on first, and you can lay the board down and then solder them. And that way you're not bending your fingers trying to hold them, which I've done a million times. So yeah, I need to fish out all the resistors and that, what I need for it. Right. Keep looking over there, don't worry. Can't find those resistors I need for that, so I'm not going to order them because I need one of each. I'll have to go through all my circuit boards and scavenge it, see if I can find one. But anyway, postman's bid. Yeah. You've seen them before. My favourite thing to use. Yeah, there is the Kung Flu and everything else, but I prefer these. Yeah, so I'm not having much luck with this build at the minute, am I? Right, I've already done the SD. I was going to show you, but it's only transferring files. It's nothing technical. Right, you ready? It flickered, so that's a good sign. Keyboard. Right, shift run stop. Yeah, that's good. Found browser. That's what I want you to find. There you go. Worked. Go into games. Enter. Go into C. Yeah, this is just over 2,100 games. It's a file I've set out. Golden, where are you? Yes, Golden. Yeah. Let's see if that boots up. It should do. That's fine. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah. When it popped up, then your brain went into a panic mode. But yeah, there you go. I'll put all that out of the way. I'll need that in a minute when I go hunting for resistors. Yeah, it's as simple as that to load the games. So all I need is finish that off, the new RF with this video, which doesn't have sound. Looking on the board, there's only 4 outlets. One's a ground. Well, there's a few more grounds on there, but one's a ground. There's only 4 outlets on there, so there's no sound on that. So what I might do is add the S video to it, add a master reset to it, and then with the 2 audios, I could put internal speakers in the C64. But don't quote me on that, because everything I've planned so far has gone tits up. Right, so I'm happy with that. That works. With that master reset, so obviously it's a reset. So rather than powering it off and back on, you can just press the reset and it'll go back onto basic desktop. Yeah, so that's that. So I'm happy with that as well. I will be putting that tape cart internally, but when you put the tape cart in, once it's connected, even internally, the cassette player won't work because it's reading that. So it's detecting that rather than cassette player. So I'm going to have to figure that out, see if I can put a switch on it or something. Yeah. Not that you'd ever need a tape deck once you've got one of them. I mean, it's, like I said, it's 2,100 games and you're never going to play them all. And if you want to update them, just take the SD card out. If there's any new games, I mean, there's always games coming out for the Commodore 64 lately, so you can take them out, download the PRGs, stick them on there in the correct folder, and away you go. So yeah, it doesn't really need the tape. Right. Now, I've painted the lid and the base, given them another coat. So they've had 2 coats of paint, and I've given them 2 coats of clear matte lacquer. So, actually the lid had 3 coats of paint because it was down over there by the 3D printer. I'm soldering over here, and somehow a blob of solder has gone from there and landed on the lid over there. I don't know how it's done it, but it did. But I managed to pick it off. I don't know if it's going to. You can just see a little mark there, but you can't see it once it's down. But yeah, this build's turned into a fiasco. I mean, it looks nice, but yeah, it ain't been fun. So the feet, right, let's put the lid way out of the way. While I've had it down, working on it, these 2 raised bits here, a bit of the paint had come off, so that's why it had a 2nd coat and then 2 coats of lacquer. But yeah, so it needs feet because I can't put the other feet back on. Let me just put this down gently. You know, it's still curing a bit. I mean, it's not wet to the touch, but it still needs a good 24 hours to set. These are the feet what I took off of it. Yeah, they're a little. Well, if you listen, that's the feet. Supposed to be rubber. Yeah, they're a bit. Oh, I don't want to do it over that. So yeah, move out of the way. I'm just going to ruin it. Oh, there you dropped it. Yeah, so the feet are a bit crunchy, to say the least. Look. That's the feet. It's just crumbling. Yeah, so can't use them again. So they're going in the bin. Yeah, I made a mess. Now I've got a problem. I bought this bag of feet along. You've seen this bag of feet many a time in their Amiga builds and stuff. But I've long since used those large round ones which Commodore like to use. I've only got square. I've got square ones. I've got round ones, but these are only the. Oh god, this camera. It's not the camera. It's that bloody light right there. These are only small round. I don't think they're going to do it. They're even smaller. They're definitely not going to do it. Yeah, that's it. I've got black round or clear round, and they're the smaller ones. Let's get the bottom back up here, because I'm going to put feet on it, because the more I move it around, the more it's going to just scrape it. I don't know if they're going to. They might fit in that. I don't know whether to use black or clear. Yeah, the clear seem to be more pronounced, so yeah. this isn't. I'm going to use clear. Yeah, bugger it. And if you put in the comments, should have used black. It's a bit late. You should have told me earlier. So you see the feet there, clear. In the insert, they only just fit in. So yeah, just make sure they're actually touching. Yeah, they are touching. Right. Okay. So these ones, I'm determined to scratch this again. You know, if it's, I'm not painting it again. If I scratch it, it scratches. Tough. I'll get black marker pen. You see the round insert which is raised. They don't have feet in them on the back, on the Commodore 64C. And it said 16. But on the front ones, they do have the feet. But these are large. So I'm going to put these in, but they're going to be a bit of a funny size. Only just touching. Yeah. Dang it. Well, I've got to use them. It's going to have this scraping on the bottom. Oh, that's very close. Well, it is what it is. I'm not buying any more feet. Problem is, you only use the large round ones and the large square ones. All the little ones you never use. Yeah. I'm not doing too well with this build. Yeah, really not. Yeah, but it looks nice. I've had another thought as well. Excuse me if I'm sniffing, trying to clear my nasal waves. So I've got clear perspex, I've got loads of it. I've created this window for it. I was thinking, I'm only thinking it at the minute, putting a like Commodore logo with two stripes running straight through, all the way through, but then with the C in the centre. So it lines up with, oh god, I'm going to scratch this and you'll know I am. So it lines up with these fins, so two of them will be the continuous run through, you know, the Commodore logo where it's the C and the equals. Carry it all the way through. It would scour the perspex, so it's clear. If you know what I mean. No, I don't know what I mean. I don't know the big word was supposed to be explained. Yeah, weirdly, even though it's exactly square and exactly the same size, both ends, it only goes in one way. I don't know why. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. So, like I said, so when you look through it, you'd see the Commodore, and then two of these fins would carry on all the way through, and from this side, but then in the centre, just the Commodore. I don't know how to do that though. I'd have to template it and then mark out and very patiently scrape it. I'm not touching the case anymore until I finish with the board. I've got spare plugs, so initially I thought we'd wire this plug up with a faceplate here on the front, so it's like that, which plugs into the data set on the back of the board, with a faceplate coming up, and then attaching the tape card to that. But then I need a bit to plug in there, and also, yeah, so that's not going to work. I didn't want it I wanted to be able to disconnect it so you can have a data set attached to it. Yeah. But to do that, you'd have to unplug it. And the only way you can unplug it is by opening it up to get to it. Why do I think of these bloody things? Right. I've had a brainwave-ish. Well, it's not really a brainwave. I'm going to give up on that data set theory because I don't see the point, because you're not going to use a data set, are you, when you've got an SD card. So, on these boards, on the data set port, or cassette port, whatever you want to call it, so the front pins and the rear pins are all contacted to each other. So one this side is connected to one that side, that side connected to that side. Yeah. So the back end is the exact same as the front end. They don't lead anywhere else separate. And they have through holes all the way through at the top here. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know, desolder the through holes if I can. Yeah, if I can. I have the tape cart facing this way, so the SD is accessible through the port. You get me? Yeah. So if you ever need to get to the SD, you'd be able to get it. Because on the Golden 64, I had it this way. Yeah, if you remember. And then I flipped the wires over 180. So this is pin 1, which goes over that end. That's pin 6, which goes over that end. So yeah, so I did it that way. If I do it that way, it's pin 1 to pin 1. Yeah. And then you can still access the SD. Right, 6 wires. I need to strip and tint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus Christ, keep still. They're all fine, and the back ones, these are the worst. So all I've got to do is solder these, each wire, onto each pin, but I'll do it on the underside, like that, so it's coming back on itself. So, somewhere where it's there, that's not going to do any damage there. I'll just solder them on one by one. Let's give it a helping hand, put a bit more solder on each one, because I want a good secure platform. So now it's just a case of heat up the solder, put the wire on, let it go, and repeat. So all's now, I need to match these colours with the equivalent pins, which on the opposite side, red would be pin 6 and orange would be pin 1. If I can find bloody orange. I'm out! Pin 1 would be orange. Orange, which is pin 1 on the board. So I just have to match up them with them. And they're in order now at the moment. So red, brown, green, orange, black, purple, orange, black, purple. So I just have to drop them in like that. I have to hold that down once it gets solder in there. That's it. Well, that took a hot minute. Giddy up, cowboy. Right. If all being well, this should work. He says, yeah, it's not staying up that high. It's just the cable that's made it sit that high for some reason. Yeah. So, need a keyboard. Make sure there's nothing on there. I can short it. keyboard. Yeah, don't panic. I'm just using this because it's on top. The other one's buried under the other case, and I don't want to touch the other case because in case I scratch it. Don't want SCART, want AV. Right, ready? I touched it. Oh. Right, so shift run stop. Worked. Yeah, I knew it would work. Self-proclaimed rocket scientist. Games. Let's just go to the first one. 1942. Yeah. You see light flickering on off. I don't know if you can see it there. You can't see it. You can just see the bottom of the screen. The screen light. Don't worry about that. That's normal. Like I said, the loading screens on some loading screens are a bit unusual, but yeah. It's that bit, getting there. Just got the RF. Don't know what to do about it. I'm taking it out, putting this in. Doesn't really make that much difference because I still use the video. But that means if putting this in, you could use the S video. But like I said, you'd need an audio jack as well. And I don't want two cables coming out of it. So still on an hour about that. Yeah, this is a bugger. Oh, shut up. But I did want the reset. It's what was it, 4 180 resistors, which I don't have, and 1 5K6, which I don't have. Stuck it down with a 3M double-sided foam. I was going to print out the tape cut stand I designed for the 3D printer, like I did on the Golden 64. The problem with that is that sits over sockets. These aren't socketed because nobody's removed them yet, so it won't sit on these. I printed one off, sat on it, won't grip in. It has to grip into the, because the sockets are straight walls, whereas the chips, the legs are slightly campered, so it doesn't sit in, doesn't hold in there, so it just pops back out. I could have glued it, but I thought, well, no, because then how are you going to get to the board if you need to? Yeah, so couldn't do that. So it's just 3M sticky pads on there, which has stuck it down nicely. Yeah. So yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have to bite the friggin' bullet, aren't I? I'm going to order the resistors, what I'm missing. I'll go onto his channel and find out the bill of materials or the BOM, which bits are missing on here, and then order them from Alibaba. And God knows what I'll get. But yeah. But in the meantime, I'm just leaving it off. So I want to put I did think about internal speakers, if you remember, a few minutes ago or whenever it was, because having a jack is 2 cables. I didn't want that, and I thought, well, I'll put the reset on there, and then why 2 internal speakers? Because it's the C, so plenty of room inside. Yeah, I can't do anything until I get the rest of them. So that's on hold. So at the moment, I'm going to say it's done. There's nothing else I need to do to it, you know. And I posted a picture of it last night on Instagram. Somebody wants to buy it already. It's made me think now, shall I sell it? Without scratching it. So put it in on an angle like that, and ease it round like that. And there you go. And It should be pretty good. Not used to it not moving. I can feel them just slightly scraping a bit, but yeah. Oh, I've got to put the light back on, haven't I? Oh, dang it. Put that over there. So it's this end, which would be, yeah, I know, before you shout, I'm putting it on hardboard, but yeah, that would be there. Like that. I might put a bit of cap tape on that, really, just to keep it down a little bit secure. I'm actually surprised though, because I must have banned all the train spotters, because no train spotters have commented it yet. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, yes, I can. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to them. They've gone. Yeah, never mind. Maybe they've got the hint. I don't bloody care. So, finger tight, don't. Remember, it's all plastic. I'm sure. Also, with these, underneath there, underneath that hole, there's a capacitor down there. And if you're like me, you'll want to stand everything up straight so it looks nice. But don't stand that capacitor up straight, because the hole's there for a reason, for your caps lock. Yeah, when you press your caps lock, it comes out a bit. And if it's pushed on it, like that, your caps lock goes skew width. And if the cap's there and it's coming through the hole, it's pushing on that, making it skew width. And also, if you haven't insulated it, you can short it, so don't. Saying that, I've just spotted a few which are a bit wonky. Stand them up. There you go. You're not going to see them, so yeah, don't be tempted to stand that cap up. Right, now, black to ground, which is the 2-pin headers, and red to the 5. And this doesn't fit very well in here, but it should go in like that. Put that out of the way because I don't want to see it. Alright. Right. Put these in. Like that. And then that and that. Oh yeah. Label. Which goes on there. Which needs video. The good thing about the window being there, you can see exactly where the video socket is. It's not easily in over the back. It's stuck to it already. Bloody hell. Right, you ready? Bing! Yeah. There you go. Commodore 64C. With a window. And a brain. A hard drive. Yeah. But so yeah. Just remind everybody, this channel's to teach you how to do stuff yourself. This channel isn't to teach you to upset the apple cart, so to speak. I mean, if the apple cart gets upset, bite it. That's what you do with an apple. But yeah, to teach you how to do stuff yourself, rather than getting other people to do it for you. I mean, I didn't really show you the window bit because it was only cutting it out. Didn't want to upset the little boys in the mother's basement, tapping away on their keyboard, giving it what for, with a sock on the... Remember, it's your computer, do what you want with it. It's nobody's business. Yeah. If I want this back to the way it was, just put it in another case. That's it. That's all I have to do. This case was knackered. I mean, you saw the colour of it. Even if I'd have retrobrighted it, it'd have still been off colour. So, yeah. So it will pop back up, I think, maybe, when I ordered parts for that. All 5 parts, resistors. Yeah. And I'll probably stick that in there. I'm pretty sure that the 466, when you took the RF out, still worked. Obviously not. It must just be the short boards. I know the short boards, all the short boards, you take the RF out, it still works. I'm sure one of the long boards did as well, but maybe I was wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, yeah. Wait. Thanks for watching. See you whenever. Yeah. Cheers. Oh, don't forget, subscribe. Costs you nothing. Yeah. Cheers. See ya. Yes. Lovely game.